Hi everyone, and warm welcome to this webinar hosted by Linnaeus University. I hope you all have a great day, and we will soon start our webinar where we will talk a little bit about our programs within computer science, engineering, technology, and natural sciences. But I'll give it a minute while we are waiting for everybody to join in, because I know that there is a lot of participants that always show up 1 minute late. So let's give it a minute and then we'll start this webinar. So welcome everybody, and while you're waiting, feel free to write in the chat, how are you guys feeling today, and where are you from, and what are you interested in? And give us some thoughts in the chat so that we know who is here and what you want to know about our from our participants here at the webinar. So great to see you all, and please write in the chat, what mood are you in, where are you from, and what are you interested in? And by the time, we'll welcome everybody in and open up the webinar, basically. So I will wait 1 more minute before we start the webinar here. There we go. So now I think that minutes that I promised everybody to get before I started has went by. So let's start this webinar. Welcome everybody, as I already said. It's great to see so many of you joining in here, being interested in our programs that we will present within shortly. So who are we? Well, first of all, it's me, Stefan Haglund. I work here at Linnaeus University as a communication strategist with responsibility for international student recruitment. And with me, as you can see, I have a lot of my colleagues. I have Henrik and Simon working with me with international student recruitment, and also Josephine, Martina, and Johan, who are study counselors here at Linnaeus University and will give you more information about our programs. So great to see all of you here. And what will we talk about? Well, as I said, we will obviously give a short presentation about Linnaeus University. For some of you guys, you might be new to Linnaeus University, but I hope that most of you have already been part of our webinars and are now a bit more interested about the programs, which will be the next point that we will go through. So we will talk mainly about our programs in engineering, technology, computer science, and natural sciences. And after that, you will also get the chance to meet our student ambassadors, Tyrin and Tristan, who are studying within these programs, so to say, or at the faculties that host these programs. So we will ask some questions to them regarding how it is to study and what they see regarding differences from studying in their home country compared to studying here in the subjects they are studying. And then obviously by the end, we will give some useful links and contact information. And then obviously, not mentioned here, but as always, we have a question and answer part where we'll go through some of the more relevant programs that are coming from you guys today. So once again, great to see so many of you here, and welcome. Feel free to write in the chat who you are, where you're from, and what you are interested in. So while you do that, I will start and talk a little bit about the programs. About Linnaeus University, obviously. So starting with the first part about Linnaeus University. So hopefully you guys have already heard something about Linnaeus University. If not, I just want to mention that Linnaeus University is one of the bigger universities in Sweden. We are actually the 6th largest in terms of number of students. We are a public and comprehensive university, and that means that we are broad, publicly funded mainly. We have subjects and faculties broadly, so basically everything from technology to humanities. We also host like one of Sweden's biggest teacher education trainings and also a police academy and a maritime academy, actually. So very broad, comprehensive university. We have around 40,000 students if we count heads, and out of them, 15,000 are full-time students. Also looking at international students, we have a rather large proportionality. International students, so around 1,800 of the full-time students are international students. So that means that basically a little bit more than 10% of our full-time students are international. 2,200 employees, and around 200 programs, out of which 50 are taught in English. So basically, we have around 10 bachelor programs and 40 master programs taught in English. And we are situated down in the southeast of Sweden, as you can see on this picture here. We have two campuses, Kalmar and Växjö. Växjö, the little bigger campus, about 2/3 of the campus students study here, and 1/3 in Kalmar. So you could say that around 10,000 students in Växjö and about 5,000 in Kalmar. We always also point out that we are down in the south, and that means that we are closer to the international airport down in Copenhagen, down in Denmark. So Växjö and Kalmar, our two campuses. We also want to point out that we are, as I said, rather broad when it comes to international education. So there is plenty of opportunities to study at Linnaeus University at an international programs. So basically, we have 50 programs, both on bachelor and master level, taught in English. Important also is usually for people to know about the ranking of a university, and therefore we want to mention that. So basically, we are on the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking, and in 2024, we were top ranked among the 300 out of 1,115 universities when it comes to quality education. We are also on the Shanghai ranking and the ARWU ranking, and on that in 2024 we were listed among the 1,000 highest universities out of 18,000 universities. Worth mentioning also that we are accredited by the AACSB standards. So out as one of 6% business schools, Linnaeus University are accredited. And also we offer programs broadly. As you can see here, we have bachelor programs in a lot of different fields and master programs in even more areas of interest. And today we will talk about the programs in computer science and IT, mathematics, natural science, and technology and engineering. So that is basically the main subject of our programs and also what we will discuss today. And with that said, I actually want to leave the word to our study counselors in natural science, Josephine and Martina. So please, the word is yours.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me well. Hi everyone, thank you so much for having us. My name is Josephine Almen Olsson. I am the student guidance counselor at the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences. I'm here today with my colleague Martina Holmsten, and we are going to give a short presentation on our international master programs that are available for our international students. The Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, or the FHL, has approximately 3,100 students, 80 doctoral students, and 500 employees. We consist of 5 different departments. It's the Biology and Environmental Science, Department of Health and Caring Sciences, Department of Chemistry and Biomedical Sciences, and the Department of Medicine and Optometry, and the Department of Psychology. So the programs that we offer for international students are the following. And we are going to talk more about this in just a minute. It's the Environmental Science Master Program, Aquatic Ecology Master Program, Evolutionary Ecology Master Program, and also the Chemistry Master Program, which you can either do 1 or 2 years, and also the Psychology Work and Organizational Psychology Master Program. You can find our contact information here and also on the LNU website. The easiest way to get in contact with us, the student guidance counselors, is via email. We have telephone hours too, but we are in a lot of meetings, so we usually don't keep our telephones on. But if you have any questions that you want to talk to us about, you can always email and we can schedule an appointment for guidance counseling. We are available via Zoom. So over to you, Martina.
Thank you. And I will start to talk about our 2-year master program in environmental science. So if you want to make a real difference in tackling one of the world's greatest challenges, sustainable development, our program here will equip you with knowledge and hands-on skills to understand and reduce human impact on the environment. And this program focuses on the environmental dimension of sustainability while also considering social and economic perspectives. You will learn how to use scientific information to analyze environmental problems and evaluate solutions for prevention and restoration. And you can read about the course content here. And during your first year, you will explore environmental research, risk management, and fieldwork. You will work with real cases and learn sampling, monitoring, and data analysis. And during your second year, you will advance your research skills and complete an independent thesis project under the guidance of experienced researchers. This program is located in Kalmar, and you have to fulfill the entry requirements, of course. And the specific entry requirements is at least 90 credits in biology, geology, chemistry, engineering, or environmental science, including an independent project of at least 15 credits. And you also need 15 credits in chemistry, and you have to be proficient in English. You apply by university admissions. You can take the next picture, Josephine. And this is also 2-year master program in aquatic ecology. If you are passionate about understanding how aquatic systems function, and do you aspire to be a future researcher in marine or freshwater sciences, addressing the challenges of understanding and restoring aquatic habitats. This program focusing on current topics in aquatic microbiology, marine ecology, and human impacts on the aquatic environment. And you will learn in this program, you will learn more about advanced research in this area, modern techniques for ecological investigation and data analysis through project-based courses. And during your second year, you will conduct an independent research project and write your master's thesis within areas connected to aquatic research at Linnaeus University Center for Ecology and Evolution in Microbial Model System. You need to have at least 90 credits in biology, ecology, microbiology, including a thesis of at least 15 credits. You need to be proficient in English. The selection of students in all these three programs that I'm talking about, you have to apply. The selection of students who have applied is based on academic excellence and individual assessment. All applicants should apply by university admission, and the application should include a letter of interest, a CV, diplomas, and references. Then we can take the last one that I am going to talk about, and it's the 2-year master program, Evolutionary Ecology. This program allows you to gain a deeper understanding of the ecology, evolution, and diversity of organisms. The program is multidisciplinary and builds on the students' knowledge of ecology, evolution, and organism biology in order to explore biological diversity. You can see that the course content is similar to the previous program, Aquatic Ecology. And in our programs, students are given opportunities to improve their ability to consume, understand, and evaluate and communicate research. This helps students prepare for doctorate training and a future scientific career. The second year is focused on a research project, including a written thesis with an appropriate advisor. And the master's thesis is carried out in fields related to research interests at the Linnaeus University Center for Ecology and Evolution of Microbial Model System. And as you can see, the entry requirements, you need to have at least 90 credits in biology, ecology, evolutionary biology, microbiology, including a thesis at least 15 higher education credits. And you need to be proficient in English. And it's the same procedure as the last one when you apply, and the selection is the same as that program before. Okay, thank you. Josephine, you're next.
Okay. So I am going to do a short presentation on our master program called Psychology, Work and Organizational Psychology. The student guidance counselor for this program is our colleague Anna. You can find her email on our website in case you have any questions. This is a master's level program at 120 credits. It's located at our campus in Växjö. It offers a comprehensive understanding of human behavior in professional settings. It's designed for students with a bachelor's degree and 90 credits in psychology that want to specialize in work and organizational psychology. A qualified specialist in work and organizational psychology may work with evaluation and development of organizations, with psychosocial issues, or as an internal consultant on organizational development. This is mostly a theoretical program, but it includes practical activities and collaborations with both public and private organizations. It's offering opportunities to engage with industry professionals and alumni through guest lectures and networking events. The students complete a degree project addressing a real-world problem in work and organizational psychology. and applying their research skills to modern organizational issues. You need to master academic English at a high level to demonstrate your learning progress. Most exams are written, and seminars and lectures depend on your oral performance. When you apply, we have an alternative selection process where students write a summary of their degree project and attach the project itself. And then we review this to assess the quality of their academic writing, awarding extra points for admission. And the entry requirements, as I'm sure you can see here, is basic eligibility for second level studies and also special eligibility 90 credits in psychology, including a 15 credit degree project or the equivalent. And you also need to have English 6 or the equivalent. We also offer a chemistry master program that you can study at either 60 or 120 credits. So either 1 year or 2 years full-time studies. It's in Kalmar at our campus here. This degree provides an excellent basis for those wishing to pursue PhD studies or for those aiming for work in the biotechnology, chemical, food, or pharmaceutical industries. The degree program commences with a 10-week introductory course on research methodology, and then that's followed by 4 or 5 10-week blocks when you have the choice of studying subjects such as bioanalytical chemistry and food analysis, biophysical chemistry, bioorganic chemistry, biotechnology, environmental chemistry, and nanoscience. The degree program is completed with either a 30 or 20-week research project run within one of our research groups here in Kalmar. A master's degree in chemistry paves the way for a career in research or industry. We provide individually tailored degree programs that include extensive experience working in research laboratories and with state-of-the-art equipment. Many previous graduates have been successful in competing for PhD studentships at universities around the globe. Others have entered into successful careers in the industry. The Master of Chemistry degree from Linnaeus University prepares you to meet society's and academia's need for competence in chemistry. Our past students now work in chemistry-related positions, either in academic research studies or in industry. The degree program structure and content are designed so that the students can develop advanced knowledge within the field of chemistry. The formal teaching activities include both campus studies, including lectures, seminars, demonstrations, practical exercises, projects, study visits, and some web-based activities. After finishing this program, you will receive a degree of Master of Science, either 60 credits or 120 credits, and the main field of study will be chemistry. The entry requirements are 90 credits in chemistry or the equivalent, English 7 or the equivalent. And the selection for the program is individual assessment, which is based on the applicant's previous studies, subject knowledge, and ability to communicate. Interviews will be conducted with relevant applicants. And as you can see, for the 60 credits program, you will study the courses research methodology in the natural sciences, current, pure, and applied chemistry, degree project in chemistry. And if you choose to do the 120 credits program, you will do the same research and current, pure, and applied chemistry courses, and you will also do the project work in chemistry 1 and the degree project in chemistry, which 60 credits. And that's for 2 years, also in Kalmar. Yeah, I think that was it for me. Thank you very much
That's
for
great.
listening.
Thanks for that. And before I let you guys away, I will actually ask you some very few questions, just a little bit regarding size of classes, for example. Can you tell me something about that for the programs generally on the faculty, on the master level? How many students are there?
Can you talk about the programs, master program in biology? I think there are 6 in each class. And in the master program, I'm sorry, but I'm not quite sure because it's the first time for a period of time that they are going to announce that program again. So I don't know about the environmental science program.
I understand. So what did you say? What would you say, Josephine, about the chemistry? Do you know how big the classes are approximately?
Well, I'm trying to find out. I know there are not many.
Yeah. But I mean,
So,
generally, as you say, I would say that classes are smaller compared to other
yes,
subjects. So maybe around
absolutely.
5 to 10 students,
Yeah, yeah.
and I guess that there are also more research involved than a lot of other
Mm,
master programs at university, meaning that they are stepping in and out of research projects in a lot of the project courses also.
yeah.
So I think that is something that could be good to know if
Mm.
studying in this kind of subject, that it's very much research linked, which is really good actually for students looking for that. Well, let's move further then, because I mean, you will be sticking around. So if you have questions to Josephine and Martina, please just write them in the Q&A part, and then we might come into something also during the Q&A part by then. So thanks a lot for that. And now I will leave over to you, Johan, and move forward with the rest of our programs here on the subjects we have promised to go through.
Thank you, Stefan. Yeah, so my name is Johan Gylling. I'm one of 3 study counselors at the Faculty of Technology. So I will today, let's see if I get the slides to work. So I will talk about our programs today in engineering, technology, and computer science. And we offer 3 batches program taught in English. So here's just a quick list, and I will go through all of the programs. And then we offer 15 master's program. So I will go through them as well. So I will start with the bachelor's program. So we have one program in network security program in Växjö. So it's a 3-year bachelor's program. And the main field of study is computer science. So we will have some courses in mathematics, but mostly you will have courses in computer science. The program is also available in Swedish, so there is also students studying the same program but in Swedish, and some of the courses you will learn have together with the Swedish students. So there are quite a lot of students in this program. And when you see for the selections to the program, it says upper secondary education and the aptitude test. The aptitude test is a Swedish test, so you don't have to worry about that. It's called högskoleprovet in Sweden. So don't be afraid when it says aptitude test. And that's quite common when it comes to applying to a bachelor's program in Sweden, that it says aptitude test, so don't worry about that. So yeah, if you're interested in keeping in the world today, there are many threats for the computer science. So it's great to have great knowledge of cybersecurity and network security. So it's a quite popular program, and it's very on time to study it. And then we have we call it like the sister program. It's in software technology program. So the first year they studied together with the network security program. So they had the same courses in the first year. And then you will learn about, as you know, IT is everywhere. So you will learn how IT systems work. So you will become a programmer basically. So you will get solid knowledge of programming and the art of designing and developing IT systems. And there will also be some courses in mathematics within that program. And about mathematics, we also have the applied mathematics program. and you will learn a lot about mathematics. So the main focus is on mathematics, and you study some computer science courses together with the software technology and network security students, and then you have 1 semester of elective courses in the 3rd year. So there you can choose from a variety of courses from Linnaeus University, or if you have previous studies, you could use them in your degree. And it's also located in Växjö, and it's done for 3 years. And then I'll go forward to our programs at master's level. So we have a new program new master's program in informatics. It will have 2 tracks. So you will, during the 1st year, you will choose one of either tracks. So it's the human-computer interaction, which focus on user experience, interaction design, inclusive designing, or it's the AI-driven digital transformation track, more focused on AI. So you will choose them not when you apply, but within the 1st year. And the main field of studies is informatics, and some of the courses is AI for competitive advantage. And if you choose to apply for the program and be admitted to the program at campus, so this is offered both at distance and at campus, then there is an elective internship. So you could do 1 semester of internship here in Växjö then. So then when you apply for the program, you must choose either distance or the campus-based version. And there is for the selection for the program, there is an individual assessment made. So we look at your background. So you could apply not only with the background in informatics, but if you studied computer science or business economy or something related to that, you could also have a chance of being admitted. And we also have another new program starting autumn 2026, and it's interactive AI systems. And this program will be together with 2 other countries, so you will be able to get a double degree. And so you could make 1 semester of elective courses either in Lübeck in Germany or Reykjavik in Iceland. So there's a possibility to do 1 or 2 semesters abroad and then get a double degree. And the main field of studies in this program is media technology. So you will learn, for example, machine learning for interactive systems, AI ethics and sustainability. And we'll look for the selection, we'll look at that you have a degree in media technology, an undergraduate degree in media technology or computer science. Then you can have a chance of being admitted. And we have a software technology master program where you can apply for either a 1-year or a 2-year master within computer science. And when you apply, you have to choose. You can't switch from the 1 year to the 2 years. So when you apply, please choose the one you want, because it's not possible to change once you have started. So then you need for the selection, you need a bachelor's degree in computer science. And you will focus, it focuses on complex software systems, and you will learn, for example, machine learning and data mining. And then we have the mathematics and modeling master program, and it has 3 specializations. So this one, the first one is in algebra with cryptography and coding, where you learn as number theory, cryptography and coding theory. Here also is a possibility to do exchange studies in Italy, in Como, so you could get a double degree there as well. Just look in my papers. So it's the University of Insubria that you could go to. And here is the second version that you can choose, and then it focuses on analysis and mathematical physics. So there you will learn more about complex analysis and partial differential equations. And there is the same possibility there as well to go to do 1 or 2 semesters in Como. And the last specialization is mathematical statistics and financial mathematics, if you, for example, want to work in the bank or insurance companies. And then we have the physics master program, which is in Kalmar. The other programs have all been in Växjö or at distance, but this one is in Kalmar or at distance. And there is also a possibility there to do a double degree within Serbia in Italy as well, if you want to do 1 or 2 semesters there. And there, for the selection, there is an individual assessment and a statement of purpose that you need to fill in to meet the entry requirements. And then we have the mechanical engineering master's program with the main field of studies then in mechanical engineering, and it's in Växjö and it's for 2 years. And there are some specific entry requirements for that program. So then, yeah, if you have questions regarding that, you could just contact me after this meeting or write in the Q&A, because some of the program has quite specific entry requirements. And then we have Energy and Management for Sustainable Development, a master program within the main field of bioenergy technology. And some of the courses you will learn are circular economy and green financing, energy and climate, and it's for 2 years, and it's here in Växjö as well. And to meet the entry requirements, you need a bachelor's degree in technical subjects or a bachelor's degree in engineering. And then we have a master's program that contains of 3 different specializations, where our faculty is part of one of the specializations. So it's also possible to apply for this program within economics or design. But this is still with the specialization of engineering. So it's called Innovation from Business Engineering and Design. And we collaborate with IKEA and Södra for a strategic partnership called The Bridge. So they do real assignments together with these companies. So it has, and it's for 2 years and it's in Växjö. And here as well, you need to make a statement of purpose when you apply for this program. And then we have a renewable electric power system master's program within the main field of electric engineering. And it's, some of the course content is electricity for renewable sources, electric power and smart grid. And it's for 2 years and it's here in Växjö. And there are also some very specific entry requirements that we can help you look up if you have questions about that. And then we have Sustainable Energy Technologies and Systems Master's Program. So the main field of studies for this program is bioenergy technology. And you will learn sustainable energy supply, environmental analysis methods, and laws of sustainable development and energy. And it's also here in Växjö, and it's for 2 years. And then we have Sustainable Structural Engineering Master's Program. And the main field of study for that program is civil engineering. And you will learn structural dynamics, energy and climate efficiency construction, steel, timber, and concrete constructions, for example. And for the entry requirements, you need a Bachelor of Science degree in civil engineering, architectural engineering, or the equivalent. And then last on the programs I'm going to talk about is the Forestry for Green Sustainable Development Master's Program. And I know that there will be a student from this program that will be interviewed later on. As well as we have a bachelor's program in the bachelor's program Network Security. Tristan will also be interviewed by Stefan later on. So it's Forestry for Green Sustainable Development Master's Program. And the main field of study for this program is forest and wood engineering. So you will learn about forest damage in sustainable forestry for circular bioeconomy, digitalization and forestry, and it's for 2 years, and it's here in Växjö. And for the entry requirements, you need a minimum of one of the following. So you need 60 credits, so 1 year of studies in natural science, so engineering, or law and social science. Yeah. So that was a real quick session from the programs that I'm responsible for. So I will leave over to Stefan if there are no specific questions straight away.
Thanks a lot for that,
Stefan. I might
Thank
log
you.
in.
Yes.
Yeah, because we got a very specific question that I think that maybe Johan can ask or answer directly here.
Yeah.
There's someone asking and saying the bachelor in software technology, how big is the class size?
Yeah, so since it could be around 200 students since you study together with the Swedish version as well. And for some of the mathematics courses, it could be even more because then you study with other programs that you have. But like when you come to the third year, it could be maybe 40 or 50 students in the classes, depending. So
Exactly.
Quite a lot of students. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can correct my answer because I answered in the chat. So I wrote that it's around 50, 60 students in one class. But as you say, it's even more due to that they study together with all the different setups also in computer science specifically. Perfect, Johan. But we're not going to let you away that easy. So let's ask the same questions to you as I asked to Josephine and Martina. Generally, what would you say is the normal size on the classes on master level?
Yeah, the normal size for master level is like 5 to 10 students. Some of the programs are big, but they're quite small classes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that 5 to 10, as you said, but some can be up to 20, maybe maximum, I would say.
Yeah, and then the distance version, for example, for the informatics, that has a couple of hundred. So I think it's have like 150 students or something like that. So and we think that the new AI programs will generate more students on campus. So yeah, maybe 30 students or so. So yeah.
Yes, sounds great. So you will be here obviously during the full session, so I will go through some other parts which I know that's good to remind everybody about before we start a small question and answer session with our student ambassadors, and that is regarding how one should make an application and what kind of scholarships we offer basically. So I would like to just start with some information about how to apply. So basically, as you've seen now, we went through a little bit about information about the programs, the requirements, the selections, and that obviously decides a little bit on what kind of documents you need to support and need to prove when applying. And then it's obviously good to know also where you apply. And as it is in Sweden today, all applications for the universities are done through universityadmissions.se. So it's basically the only place where you can make an application to a Swedish university today. And it's an online system, so that means that everything is done online. So basically you create your account, you make your application to your programs, and then you upload all your documents needed for your application. And for the international sessions pointing towards programs starting the autumn semester 2026, last date to apply is 15th in January in order to make an application in time. So basically you need to do everything, choose your programs and create that account before 15th of January. And then last date to support application with documents and pay application fee. Application fee is 900 Swedish krona, and that should be done at latest 1st of February. So that is the deadline for that. And also after that, we will obviously review, look into your documents, register your eligibility and everything in the system. And that means some more reviewing time. And then you will get to know by the end of March whether you have been admitted to a program or not. So 26th of March for master level and 31st of March for bachelor level. And also, I know that a lot of you guys are wondering about our scholarships. And as it is today, you could say that we have two big scholarship programs. And it's the Linnaeus University Scholarship Program, which is basically like a waiver giving 75% coverage of the tuition fee. And that is offered to any program you apply for at Linnaeus University on master level. The thing that is most important, though, to be given the chance to apply for this scholarship is that you put one of Linnaeus University programs as first priority. So first priority in order to be able to apply for the Linnaeus University Scholarship Program. Second big scholarship program to Linnaeus University is the IKEA and Södra Scholarship. It's a bit more rare. It's only giving full coverage of tuition fees and living costs, and obviously that means much bigger costs for the scholarship program for the university, and that means that we have very much fewer scholarship, and it's only for two particular programs. It's for the Innovation through Business Engineering and Design program and for the Forestry program. So application process is the same as for Linnaeus University Scholarship Program. You have to apply for any of that two programs as first priority, and then you will be given the chance early February to apply for this scholarship. It's sent out as an email, which you basically fill in and support your application with, basically. And then obviously we also would recommend everybody to apply through Swedish Institute for the Swedish Institute scholarship programs. They have one broad scholarship program and one for women pioneers within STEM. So there are two different types of Swedish Institute scholarships. So basically, check out the Study in Sweden webpage and you will find more information about that. If a student would not get a scholarship during the first year or second year, you can also apply for the scholarship for current students. So that basically for students that are in ongoing studies, and it's open to anyone who is interested in applying for or studying at the program at Linnaeus University. So I'm not going to go through more about that because now I would like to welcome our students, Tristan and Tarjin, which are studying our network security program and our forestry program. So Tristan and Tarjin, are you here, guys?
Hello, everyone. Yes, you're here.
Yes, you are. Great. And great that you could drop by here a little shortly just to tell us a little about your studies here. So can you please just give us a short introduction about yourself before I start asking a few questions to you? So let's start with you, Tarjin.
Oh, hello, everyone. I'm Tajrin. So I'm studying here master's program in forestry for green sustainable development. And I also have received the IKEA and Södra scholarship. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Sweden and the study environment, everything.
Thank you, Tarjin. And Tristan, please give us some thoughts from your side.
Sure. I'm from the US, but I moved here recently from the UK. And honestly, so far, everything's been great. The course is challenging, but I'm having a great time here in Sweden.
Great to hear. So let's start with the first question there, then. Do you think that the study at Linnaeus University has changed your life in any way? What would you say, Tarjin? I guess that the answer would be yes here, but let's develop a little bit thoughts about how it has changed your life.
Yeah, of course. It's obviously a yes, because by coming here to Sweden, I mean, I got to know a lot about forestry. I didn't know about it. And in here, the study system is more related to practical work. So it increased my knowledge. And of course, I have got the scholarship. So everything is covered by the university. And of course, the two companies, the IKEA and Södra, the two of the most biggest company of the Sweden. So it has changed my life entirely, I'd say.
Yeah, that's great to hear. What would you say, Tristan? I'm moving away quickly from you, Tarjin, but I'm sure you have more answers to other questions shortly.
Yeah, it's less of a change for me going from university to university because I came out of a bachelor's degree already. But I'd say the biggest change, honestly, is I'm living a lot healthier, to be honest. It's a little not to do with the degree, but being here in Växjö, nature is just like all around. It's kind of hard to find an excuse not to go out and exercise every day. and it's just honestly great here.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And as you say, we are here in Växjö, it's like a campus solution. That means that you have like close by living to the university and also nature just around the corner. So basically, as you say, that we are on the south side of the city. It basically, the forest basically starts just south of the campus, and then you have lakes surrounding the campus also. Are you guys both living on campus?
Yeah,
Yes.
And what kind of housing solution do you have? What would you say, Tyrin? Are you living in a dorm or a flat, or how do you live?
I'm living in a student apartment, so I have like my kitchen and my toilet attached with my room. So it's like I'm living here with my family. So it's not a dorm, it's like an apartment type. So it's really close to the campus. I mean, from my apartment, it takes only like 3 or 4 minutes by walking to that campus. So it's really very good for me because when I have class, I can easily go there within a few minutes.
That's great. What would you say, Tristan? What kind of type are you living in?
Pretty much the exact same thing as Tejrin, except I'm living by myself. But it's very convenient having like the grocery stores. You have like 3 choices of stores nearby. You can just go to whichever one you fancy, I guess. And again, it's like so close to campus. It's so close to the gym. It's just everything is so nearby. It's super convenient.
I can imagine that. So let's move in a little bit about your studies. So how is it to study at your faculty or within your area of interest, you would say, Tarin? What kind of study way do you have generally? And what would be the biggest differences compared to your home country in how you study?
So here, my study is more related to, I mean, it's forestry, of course, so it's more related to forest areas. So the interesting part is we have study tours. We often go on trips, like we have to go to a forest, and our teachers, they will teach us directly from the forest, the trees. It's like more practical. It's not like memorizing things, but we are learning things directly from the forest, how the trees are growing and everything. And we have like hybrid classrooms. So we are only like 7 students in the class, and rest of the students, we have many students, like in the online, like 20 students, but all of them, most of them are Swedish. So it's like a hybrid type. And I really like here because we are getting lectures not only from like our university teachers but also from other universities. Like we had lectures from Norway, from Germany, and also from New Zealand, and we had the honor to have the lectures from the global forestry head of the IKEA. And also we went to visit the Sodra, and we directly saw how trees were being cut and everything. They're packaging everything, so it's really interesting. And I would say this is the biggest difference from my country because they are more practical, not like you have to memorize everything and you have to write in the class, but it's more like we have to do some presentations and we have to write some reports directly from the what we are experiencing and what we have learned. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, that's great. Great to hear. What would you say, Tristan, regarding the differences and the study way?
Well, studying here has been really manageable so far. Definitely my course is quite intense in the first year I've found so far, but like I'd say the biggest difference is just with the Swedish university system, it's quite low pressure. Because if you like can't manage to make an assignment or you submit an assignment and you fail, uh, if I was going to university back in the UK still, then the maximum I would have been able to get would be like a passing grade, and I couldn't get any higher than that. Here, you can still get full points, which I think is the best way to do it because it doesn't punish you for failing. So I'm really enjoying it so far.
That's great to hear. And how about the relationship to your teachers? What would you say about that? Is that different from what you're used to? What would you say, Tyrin?
So it's completely different from my country because because here they are so informal, like we don't have to call them professor or sir. Even we say sometimes they would say, no, just call us by our name. And they're always taking care of us. Yeah. And we also sometimes have fika together, and in the class, they are always asking for reviews like, are you okay? Okay, do you need to develop something like that? They always ask for our opinion, and I would say they are so friendly and they are so nice people. That's really a new thing for me.
That's great to hear. What would you say, Tristan?
It's pretty similar to where I'm coming from in the UK.
Yeah.
To be honest, everything is very casual.
Yep.
Obviously, don't disrespect your professors, but I think that's a no-brainer anywhere you go. Certainly, I will say I like some of my professors more than others, but I think that's granted with any course you go and study here. Some professors you just won't gel with, and that's just a fact of life, you know. But you've got the resources like to still get by in any course and succeed really well. So overall, I'm having a great time.
That's great to hear. What would you say about the study facilities generally? I mean, like the library and the other classrooms and that kind of lecture halls. What would you think generally about it? Aydin?
I'd say like there are so many facilities here. Like we can get so many resources from the library. We have also online resources, and also we have like the hybrid classrooms. So of course if someone wants, they can join online if they want to do the class. And we have a platform called Moodle. So the teachers, they always submit all those documents for our study in the Moodle. So we have access to that. So it's really good for a student, I'd say.
That's great. What would you say, Tristan?
So I've got a couple differences from Tajrin. There's no online alternative for my course, as far as I know. But overall, the facilities are really, really nice, especially for like learning how to code and beginning a bachelor's program in either software technology or network security. Some of the laboratories that we have these massive ultra wide monitors that are really nice for having extra screen real estate, and it's really helpful for completing assignments and studying. So it's really, really good overall.
Yeah, but that's great to hear. Do you have some kind of favorite spot at the university where you sit down and study usually?
I'd say there are so many, and I also had to make a video about it. Like there are so many spots at our university. I mean, not only the library, except library, we have so many sports, and the university just outside the classroom. When I mean, in my study, our teachers sometimes they give us like group assignments in the class. So we don't have to go far away from our classroom because outside that we have a lovely place. I'd say it's in the N building, the second floor of the N building. There is a beautiful place where you have like beautiful lightings and sitting places where you can have your study with your friends, or you can just have a chit chat with your friends. So that place is my favorite.
Mm. And what would you say, Tristan? Do you have a favorite spot?
I've got a very basic answer. It's probably just the library for me. The rooms, there's a whole bunch of rooms that you can either book or just show up and take over kind of. You can just go there with like a group of 2 or 3 people and start working on an assignment, and it's a really great place to be productive.
I totally agree, and I want to point out that we have very new built libraries, especially in Kalmar, where we have totally new built facilities, actually down in the guest harbor. Great location, just next to the Baltic Sea. And the library is obviously totally new built, was introduced like in 2020, 21. So great location there, and the library in Växjö is not much older, even though it's like 5-6 years older. So the facilities generally are very good at the university. And if you would like to say something to somebody else who were to considering studying the program that you're studying at Linnaeus University, what would you say?
I would definitely recommend my program because forestry is one of the biggest sector of Sweden, because like almost 70% of the Sweden is covered by forest. And in Sweden, you have big companies like the Sodra for Swedish Forest Associations, and also like the IKEA. Most of you have heard about the IKEA, of course. So I'd say if you guys, and the most important thing is, most of the students from a country like Bangladesh, they always look for scholarships. And in my program, at least 2 students will get the IKEA and Sodra scholarship. So I definitely recommend you to apply in this program. So we remember to put Linnaeus University at your first choice list and apply for this program, because if you want to get a good job, it's not only about like Sweden, but also in whole Europe, you'll get the opportunity to have as a forester if you study forestry here. And I say if you want to be a researcher, then also it's a very good opportunity. And at our department, we have like teachers from not only Sweden, but also, like I have mentioned, like Germany, New Zealand. So we are getting world-class education. We are getting their knowledge. So, and we don't have like too much study pressure. So I definitely would say just apply for it. Yeah.
Thank you, Tyreen. Thank you. And Tristan, do you want to add in something? Obviously, you have some other thoughts from your program, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another opposite angle from Tejrin again. So yeah, the network security and I think also the software technology course is very, very intensive in your first year. That's going to be like probably the most intensive part of the whole degree, as far from everything I've heard. We haven't really gotten on to any of the super security focused stuff yet, but all of the courses in the second half of the year are like the prerequisites for doing those are passing the courses in your first half of the year. So if you don't pass those ones on time, you won't be able to do the courses in the following half of the year until next year, which is really stressful. But you know, as long as you put your head down, and you will need to put your head down, then it will be fine. Especially if like you're coming out of, I don't know, like a 2 or 3 year break from having done any math, especially math. It's going to be very intense the first couple of months. But you're definitely not going to be the only one in that scenario. I was in that scenario and I found a bunch of people to study with. So yeah, it's going to be intense your first year. So just be ready for that.
Yeah, that's good to remind everybody about. Now I'm going to ask the last question to you guys. I forgot one I wanted to ask also. What do you do when you don't study? What do you like to do with outside your study life? Tarin.
Yeah. Outside my study life, I'm in here in Sweden. Like we have 2 campuses, like Växjö and Kalmar. So I'm from the Växjö. So here we have a beautiful lake. It's called Lake Truman, and it's close to my apartment. And there is also a beautiful castle. So most of the time I walk through the castle. I mean, just side by the Truman Lake. And also sometimes I go to the city for like here you can enjoy with your friends. And at our university there are so many programs, like we have programs from different cultural groups. So we often go to see like sometimes we go for picking up mushrooms in a group, or sometimes we go for seeing the moose. And also there are like theaters where you can go with your friends. So there are lots of activities. So I'd say during my free time, I do these types of activities. Yeah.
That's great to hear. It's a lot of nature opportunities for sure, and being outside also, as you said. And when you now pointed out that we have a castle here in Växjö, I definitely want to add on that we have probably even more beautiful castle in Kalmar, close to the campus. Due to that, in Kalmar, we have a big medieval, one of the most beautiful Swedish old castles, just a couple of hundred meters from the university campus, so to say. So it's a beautiful opportunity to walk around there also. What would you say? What do you do on your free time?
A little biased. I'm a committee member of Culture Connection, and I spend almost all my free time doing activities with them. So Culture Connection is like a society that puts on events for all the students. So the main ones I do are like climbing and board games. And they also have like a Swedish fun where you can go and learn Swedish with in a very low pressure environment. And that's a really fun thing. And it's just a great way to meet new people. And then with those new people, you can go off and do other stuff around town that you feel like doing. But I've gotten so into climbing recently. There's a climbing gym like on the other side of town that you can just go. But one piece of advice I would have for like new students that want to do like make use of their free time effectively, get a bike. It's going to be very necessary. It will save you so much time and money from using the buses and whatnot, and it's essential. But there's so much stuff to do around town if you just look around.
That's a really good reminder, actually, as you say, both Kalmar and Växjö being really small towns, which means that you can go by bicycle almost everywhere in town, not far away at all, and taking not like 20 minutes maximum, I would say, by bicycle to most of the places. Thanks a lot, Tyrin and Tristan. Great to having you with us here and giving your thoughts on how it is to study here. It was a great question time here from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And now with that said, let's see, Henrik, how we got any questions to our study counselors that we should add in here before we try to wrap up. We have another 5-10 more minutes set for this webinar. Is there something that has dropped in here during the webinar, Henrik?
Yes, we have some questions. One of them are, I think to Johan mainly. It's someone who has been studying a bachelor in civil engineering and then done a master in computer science, and is asking if I have a master in computer science, can I go for another master in software technology even if my bachelor is in engineering?
Probably, but we will have to look into it. But if you have a master's in computer science, it probably, but I can't guarantee. So we'll have to, we will have to look into it. So you can just contact me. So I can write my email and you can contact me. We can look at it because I can't guarantee. It much depends on which.
Yeah, sorry, Johan. An old admission officer here, working 15 years at admission office, just add in, and totally agree with you, Johan, that it's hard to say just like that. But generally, one could say that if it's more than 1.5 year master, so like if it's a 2-year master, for example, then it should be no problem, because that would mean that you have like a major in computer science. But then it obviously also depends on the credit system, how many courses that you have done, all the foundation courses, but most likely it will be okay. But as Johan said, send it to him and he will check with the admission office.
Yeah, and I think that spills into another question that we had, and that is probably for all of you. People are asking for the study counselor's email addresses. They want to contact you by email later on.
I can say that it would be perfect if you guys just write them in the chat, and then they will be shared with everybody through the chat. What else do we have, Henrik? Do we have some other questions here? There was a lot of talk now about Växjö, and obviously we have a beautiful, even more beautiful campus, I would say, actually in Kalmar, due to that it's so new built. And that's where we have most of our natural sciences programs, the ones in biology, chemistry, physics, for example. So a lot of the natural sciences programs are given in our Kalmar campus. And due to that, it's also next to the Baltic Sea. There is a lot of close connection to marine biology and that kind of focus on some of these subjects. And the location, as we said, is totally new built in the last, introduced in 2020. So very new and great new facilities and a great location just down in the guest harbor in Kalmar next to the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, good. We also have a question regarding someone that has studied parts, 144 out of 200 credits, but parts of the bachelor, and is asking if they can studying the last of it, credit transfer to the bachelor in computer science in our university. And also, since they saw that many of the computer science courses are online, can I study online for the bachelor?
It's not possible to study the bachelor's online, so you would have to come to Sweden. Yeah, you probably could transfer credits for your previous studies, but there is no guarantee. Would have to compare the syllabus for the program you have, the 4 courses you have, with the ones we have. So there is no like top up years that you could just study the last year. So it could be that you can shorten the studies to get a new bachelor's degree, but we can't guarantee anything. And it could also be that you would have some semesters with less courses, and then some of the semester will be with full courses. So we can't really say that you can just do the last year, or that you can shorten the time for a degree.
Yeah. Generally, one can add on, and the answer you one gave now was very general. Did it not only be for computer science? So it's basically generally the answer we could give for all subjects. And with that said, still, the Swedish system is rather flexible. So it means that it's usually possible to do some kind of transfer, use some kind of credits, but it can still be hard, as you one described, also to skip like a full year. Means that you might have to puzzle and do solutions comparable. What could be more possible in that case would be that you study like freestanding courses, not jumping into a program. But then that's harder being an international students coming. So I wouldn't recommend it for like non-EU students having to pay tuition fees and apply for residence permit, because it makes it a bit more tricky being that flexible in the solution and everything. But it can be done maybe for certain semesters or something like that. Do we have something else, Henrik, that we should add in here?
Yeah, we have a question on the ratio between women and men majoring in STEM programs. So then that's all the STEM programs, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe all you three can answer that, or at least one from each faculty here. So should we let Josephine and Martina start this time, Johan, since you have been the one getting most of the questions here? What would you say about the students on master level? How is the ratio between women and men? You can answer first, and then I can answer the general thing for the full university when it comes to international students.
I think it varies from year to year, I should say.
I can say the general thing for the yeah, maybe Josephine, do you want to add in something before I say the general picture?
No, you go ahead. I was just gonna
Sure.
say, I think it's
Sure. So
probably around
basically, you could
50-50.
say that on the national students, we have a ratio of 60% women and 40% men, approximately, if you look overall on all subjects. When it comes to international programs, it's the opposite. So it's like 60% men and 40% women. And that might be that we have a little bit more overweight of students from Asia, where it's more men coming for studies, especially from like India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, where it's mostly men. Even not mostly, but let's say 80-70% of the population from there is men. But maybe even in the Faculty of Technology also, it's a little bit the same also, due to that we have a little bit more overweight of men there also. Or what would you say, Johan, on the engineering technology part?
Yeah, it's an overweight of men. Yeah, and sometimes it could be up to 90% men and 10% women, depending on the program. Yeah.
But the general picture among all international students are like 60-40 men, but it's also at university is 60-40 women actually. So, do we have anything else, Henrik, or should we wrap this up?
We have maybe a last question here. I am 33 years old. Can I apply for a bachelor degree?
What, we have no age discrimination in Sweden, or what would you say, Johan?
No, we don't have. But as Tristan said before, if it was a time since you last studied, it could be good to, for example, rehearse your mathematics skills before you enter, because some of the program and especially some of the master's program, if you had a long term since you studied before, or you haven't been in a relevant field with your work, it could be, the first course could be problematic for you. So, yeah.
Yes, perfect. Thanks a lot to both our study counselor and to our student ambassadors. And before we end this webinar, I just want to remind everybody about that we have also a lot of information online or contact information where you can contact us. So basically you can see here some useful information. So lnu.se is obviously the main page for Linnaeus University, where you find all information basically that we have been going through today. Everything from general information about the university to application information or program specific information, down to even program syllabus where you can see the content which our counselors has now gone through a bit. So if you want to see exactly what kind of courses can I study within a certain program, the program syllabus is where you find it, and it's found on every program page, and then you can see exactly what courses that are studied. And if you want to dig in even deeper, then you search for that particular course, and then you even have the course syllabus where you can see the literature, partly at least, studied at a certain course. So there's plenty of information to dig into if you want to know details. I also mentioned the application portal, universityadmissions.se, and that's where you find everything about the general picture about how applying to Sweden and also make the specific application. If you are from a certain country also and want to know about the country specific requirements for your particular country, I mean, it could be what's equivalent to a Swedish bachelor, what kind of documents should I be sending in, how about my English requirements, go to university admissions, search on your particular country. If you want to know more generally about studying in Sweden, studyinsweden.se, hosted by the Swedish Institute. It's a really good hub. That's where you find more general information and also can find some good things, partly about Sweden as a country. And if you want to contact us, do so through study@lnu.se or admission@lnu.se if you have very much more application-specific questions. And if you want to chat with our students, such as Tristan and Tarin, you can do so through lnu.se/en/chat. We have a chat system with all our student ambassadors that you can join. And obviously, if you want to follow us on social media, you can find us both on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And that's also where you can follow and see the life of our student ambassadors, as Tarin described before, because we have a lot of takeovers where we give insights about how the student life is at Linnaeus University. So, thanks to everybody being part of this webinar. It was great having you all here. And obviously, we will also send this recording of this webinar to you all. And if you have questions, just feel free to get back to us. Thanks a lot from our side. See you all. Bye bye. See you in Växjö or Kalmar in September, hopefully.